Hi everyone, my name is Oyelade Oyewole, a visual artist and a painter to be precise. Today I want to walk you through the basics of painting. Let me ask you a question. Have you ever imagined the world without colors? Let's just imagine that everything you see is in black and white. There's no variety of color, there's no red, there's no blue, there's no yellow, there's no purple, there's there's no variety of color. Everything is just in black and white. Do you think you will like to live in that kind of world? So let me tell you what painting is all about. Painting is beyond just painting your walls, applying paint on your houses just to beautify. Although that's part of painting, but that's not exactly what painting is all about. Painting as we know it is the application of color on any surface, be it your house, be it a canvas, be it a painting, you know, be it a paper, in order to express your emotion, your feelings, and communicate what you are feeling per time. That's what painting is all about. But in my definition of painting, I made mention of color. I know your mind will be like, what is the definition of color? Color has to do with the perception of the human eyes in relationship to light, upon an object in relationship to light. Meaning, before I will give you a clearer explanation, but let me tax your imagination. Can you imagine yourself in a dark room? Just imagine yourself that everywhere is dark. Can you identify the colors of the things close to you in a dark room? Very dark, no traces of light. It will be impossible for you to identify color when the environment is dark. Meaning, it is light that give identification to color. When an object interacted with light, that is when you will be able to identify that this is the color of this object. That is, without light, an object, an object's color cannot be identified. That is how you perceive an object. When that object relates to light, that is what we call color. Hope that is clear. So I would like to walk you through the basis of painting. But since we are talking about color, I want to give us a breakdown of what color is all about. Like I said earlier, it has to do with the perception of the human eyes when an object relates with light. So we have different categories of color. We have what we call the primary color. The primary color has to do with those colors that can only be derived from natural means. That is, you cannot get them from any other means apart from natural means. That is, they cannot be gotten from the mixture of another color. They can only be gotten from natural means. For example, years ago before documentation, there are some people we call the prehistoric people. These categories of people, they paint, they draw, but how they got their color is only from natural means. Natural means like the blood of animals, leaves, plants, etc. So that is how they get their color. So there are some colors that cannot be gotten from the mixture of any other color but can only be derived from natural means. And we have three of these colors. The first one is red, yellow, and blue. These three colors cannot be gotten from the mixture of any color, but they can only be derived from natural means. You get. So after this category of color called primary color, we have what we call secondary color. Secondary color has to do with the mixture of two primary color in the same proportion. Not the word, in the same proportion. See, if we are talking about secondary color and you want to mix your secondary color, you must mix. I told you earlier that we only have three primary color. So when we are talking about secondary color, it is gotten from the mixture of two primary color in the same proportion. For example, if we are talking about orange, orange is a secondary color. And orange can only be gotten from the mixture of red and yellow in the same proportion. Note the word. That means if you are mixing a tablespoon of red, you must also get a tablespoon of yellow in order to arrive at orange. You get. And we have three of this color. We have orange, which can be gotten from the mixture of red and yellow in the same proportion. We have green, which can be gotten from the mixture of yellow and blue in the same proportion. Likewise, we have purple, which can also be gotten from the mixture of red and blue in the same proportion. Note the word in the same proportion. One must not be more than the other. they must have equal quantity, you get. So that is that about secondary color. And we also have what we call the tertiary color. Like if you look at the Nigeria academic setting, we have primary school, we have secondary school, and we have tertiary institution. Meaning secondary school is an upgrade to primary school. Likewise, tertiary institution is an upgrade to secondary school. So that means tertiary color, in the same sense, is an upgrade to both primary color and secondary color. Although primary color is the basis, or secondary color is the upgraded version, but tertiary color is now in a class of its own due to the fact that it has to do with the mixture of of a primary color and a secondary color. Hope I'm communicating. So we have six of these colors that are called primary color, and they are gotten from the mixture of a single primary color and a secondary color. For example, the mixture in the same proportion, note the word in the same proportion. For example, we have what we call the reddish orange. This is gotten from the mixture of red and orange. You know, red is a primary color, orange is a secondary color. So the mixture of both red and orange in the same quantity will give us what we call the reddish orange. You get. And we also have what we call yellowish orange. That means the mixture of yellow and orange in the same proportion will give you that. We have six of these colors. We have what we call the yellowish green. We have what we call uh, the bluish green. We have what we call the reddish purple, the bluish purple. They are six in number. So let's stop here for today. In our next episode, we are going to look at another thing under painting. But today, just make your research about color, verify what I've taught you about, and see you in the next class.